Building a routine is something that is probably the most difficult thing for me, or has been the most challenging thing for me, because I find it hard to stick to it. And what I want to try to do is to just stick to it properly and see if it works, and try to move things around to find, the most suitable place to put the different things.
Instead of saying to become financially stable, we want to make that goal more specific. How much exactly would you need to be earning for you to be able to do that? And how much are you earning now? Let's start from that. Like, how much are you earning now? And then how much will you need to be earning for that goal to become a reality?
Time is 9:57 p.m. I just got food, right? But before I eat or do anything else, I thought I'd just talk about the first thing that I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to do right now is build a routine. I kind of already did this, right? But in just full transparency, man, like, building a routine is something that is probably the most difficult thing for me, or has been the most challenging thing for me, because I find it hard to stick to it. Especially because I know that the things that I need to do, right, I need to do a lot of it in the morning, and I'll explain a couple of those things in a bit when I show you actually like my calendar. So yeah, developing a routine, and it's just been the hardest thing. And what I want to try to do today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, is just stick to it. It's not Wednesday. I guess Wednesday is already gone. Right? But Thursday and Friday, the last 2 days of this week, is to just stick to it properly and see if it works, and try to move things around to find, the most suitable place to put the different things. But I think what I have on right now makes sense, right? And it looks good. So I'll just show you right now what I have going on. All right, so this is the routine that I've set up for myself now, and I'll just be walking you through it and my thought process through, like, selecting the things that I put on there and the reason why I put them where I put them, right? So I have, starting off the day, like 7 a.m., which is freshening up. This is the time that I want to wake up, 7 a.m. I've struggled with this a bit because I've tried earlier times, I've tried later times. I struggle to wake up early, like 5, 6, even 7 a.m. that I have here is quite ambitious for me. My default wake up time is between like 8 to 9 a.m. That's typically the times where I would wake up like normally by myself. But I figured that if I want to get a couple more things done in the morning, I'm going to strive to do 7 a.m. If I try to do like 6 a.m. or anything earlier than 7 a.m. honestly, I just think that's like setting myself up for failure, which is something that I've tried in the past, and I figured out that, okay, this is just difficult for me. I'd rather just work my way up, right? So the next thing I have on there is writing from 8 to 9:30 a.m. So I've tried multiple things, right? I've tried putting my gym session, at the top immediately after waking up. So wake up, dress up, go to the gym. I thought it would give me like the boost I needed and everything. Most of the time I miss my gym sessions, because once I post the gym session there and I miss it, I have other things that I need to do, so I won't end up getting back to it. I just found that didn't work for me. So I put writing up here. I figured that, or I found that when I wake up and I just go to writing, my head is very clear. My writing is so much better than when I put it in literally any other part of my day. Then I have prayer and Bible study. The reason I put prayer in between is because I get to stand up after writing, I get to move around a bit, I get to like use my mouth, talk a bit, so I feel a bit more energized, right? And then I come back to sit down again for an hour to do my Bible study. That is the routine that I have set up for my mornings. And then 11 a.m. every day at the office, we'll have like the daily check-ins. So the idea here is like immediately I'm done with the daily check-ins, next thing I do is go to the gym. Right, so go to the gym after my daily check-ins. And the reason I have, going to the gym immediately after is because I've tried a bunch of things, man. I've tried putting my gym sessions around 7 p.m. But I find that once I start work and I get engrossed in it, especially with the way things are moving right now at work, immediately I start work, like I just get engrossed and I most likely would not go to the gym. That was what I used to do before, but at some points, because the workload increased, I'd rather just have a stretch, time where I can do the things I want to do for work and, stretch it as long as I would like. Then I have work from like 2 to 8 p.m. This is typically when all of my meetings are, things that I need to do. And then in the evenings, I just have an hour there for study. So yeah, I'll give you an update on like how this goes for me. This is what I'm going to be trying on Thursday and Friday. And yeah, we'll see how all of this goes for me. I'm willing to experiment and make little tweaks along the way, but the major thing for me to really try to do here is just stick with the routine and wake up by 7 a.m. That's going to be the more difficult thing. So let's see if I'll be able to wake up by 7 a.m. by tomorrow. Alright, the time is 11:44 p.m. and I have like
Only God knows how many alarms on here on my phone. And then I have a bunch more on my other phone over here. So I'm just going to like fling this phone to one side of my bed. And yeah, have this one beside my bed. And hopefully I wake up by 7 a.m. tomorrow. I feel like some people might be laughing. You're probably laughing like if you're watching this right now. But this is actually a big deal for me. Like waking up early is like one of the hardest things for me. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to wake up early tomorrow.
We made it 7:12 a.m. Let's go.
If we spend probably more time on the timing thing, like how key of the timing thing is, and just being able to stand out from like every other person that is applying for the same role. But like timing is also very key.
Time is 10:52 a.m. I'm heading to the office in a bit. We usually go into the office like in person on Thursdays. And yeah, this morning has been really good. Woke up around 7. I still struggle with like sleeping early, which is like crazy. When I filmed that video of me going to bed at like 11 something, I actually ended up sleeping like way past that time. I slept around 4 a.m., which is just like habit at this point, sleeping very late. So that's something I definitely need to fix. But I'm glad that like I woke up early and I was able to complete the things I wanted to complete. So I had my Bible study, I was able to write, make progress with the newsletter that I want to release this week or next week, actually early next week. Had a meeting with my boss, have another meeting in a bit before heading to the office. But yeah, this morning has been quite productive, and I'm really glad that I made the decision to actually like follow through with, you know, waking up with the time I wanted to wake up and then finishing up the things that I usually find it hard to do, but then I've been able to do now that I actually blocked time for it and was being a bit more intentional about that process in general.
Thanks, Mary. For me today, I'm focused on setting up the job sourcing sheets and a couple other things that I want to use for working with the interns on the project, and then also sourcing in general for potential employers.
It is 9:45 p.m. and I just realized that I hadn't filmed anything today since the morning. I went to the office, spent quite a bit of time at the office, and I got really tired. So immediately I came back from the office, I literally just crashed for like a couple of hours, and then I woke up like an hour or two ago. But then I just thought I'd firstly see the biggest thing on my mind, which is the video that I uploaded last, which is the finding clarity long runs video. First of all, like my motive for posting that video, or why I decided to post that video, was because like I was genuinely just confused. I was talking to a friend the night before, on the Friday nights before recording that video. I recorded it on a Saturday, and I was just telling him every single thing. Like, yo, I'm so confused. We're trying to find clarity and everything, but it wasn't just working out. So I said, you know, I'll just go to bed. Don't worry about it. So the next day, I decided I was going to film, and like my left ear, I had an ear infection. Now it was very uncomfortable. I didn't want to film, but I decided, you know what, let's just film something. And I just sat down in front of the camera eventually, and I was just ranting for like 20 minutes. I did not expect anybody to watch that video, in all honesty. Maybe not anybody, but like, you get what I mean, right? That was why I did the Nike slippers thing. I was like, oh, I was expecting like maybe 5 to 10 people at most to like watch it to that extent and do the like Nike slippers, but literally since posting it, I've just been seeing like Nike slippers, Nike slippers, Nike slippers, Nike slippers, and it's just interesting to me that like people, you guys are actually like watching this, and I don't know, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a bit of like imposter syndrome where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, am I, you know? But I'm just really grateful to you guys that are watching this, and like, yeah, I'm just like really grateful, honestly. That's all I can say.
29th of November, it is 7:11 a.m. so the time is 10:04 a.m. I just finished, I've done some writing this morning. I was able to write, I finished the newsletter for this week. Then I did my prayers over here just now, and I decided to check my phone, and I found out that one of the participants of the program has gotten a job. She got an offer as a data engineer in a tech company somewhere. I'm not going to give too much details about exactly where she's working and all of that, but this is very good news. I have to do my Bible study now. I'm supposed to be doing my Bible study now. It's already 10 past 10, but I just thought I'd mention it. And yeah, this is insane, actually. This is insane. I'm so happy. But yeah, I need to go and do my Bible study right now.
Well, she actually applied to this company. I didn't mention this to Chris earlier, but like she applied to this company, I think earlier this year or last year, and she got rejected. But then the application came out again. They were hiring new people, so we decided to apply. And then she basically got an offer before in her previous place. I think she was earning like 1,000 to 1,200 per month. But then this new offer, she's earning like 3,250, which is like insane. And then also we sent basically just like 5 outreach packages so far. Like just 5, and then she already got the role and everything. Compared to like if you were applying normally the way you'd have to go about stuff like that. So yeah, just wanted to mention that.
I feel like low-key, like the airline is overhyped in my opinion, Sha.
Yeah, it's overhyped. That's another angle. I'm just talking about like genuinely, like
normal
literally,
opportunity.
like,
So there's a really good book I've read a while ago. It was my boss that actually recommended it to me. It's called The Mom Test. That was what I sent to you in the chat right now. The Mom Test. And it's basically about how to validate the idea for your product and how to know if people really want the thing that you're selling without like, them bluffing and being able to call out their bluff. Because a lot of times, especially when you're speaking to friends, family, all of those people, like if you tell them about the idea for your product or an idea for something you have going on, just based off of like courtesy, right? They'll say, oh yes, that's a nice thing you have going on. That's like an amazing thing that you have going on. But the book basically talks about a frame to have, like a way to approach the conversations such that you're able to ask reasonable questions and boil it down to actionable things and find out if people would actually be willing to pay for this thing and use this thing that you're trying to build.
But then you script it, I'll do the voiceover, I'll have the editor do it, and then we'll be posting it on there. Do you get? So like, but it's also going to be faceless. That's like the idea with everything. That's what I'm currently thinking about and how we're going to do it.
That you've built here out there, generating revenue for somebody else and their business, and you can like have that portfolio that okay, I've done this, I've done this. We talked about, because she has an in-house system that one guy built for her one time ago, and then she was like basically just talking about like the like she would told me sure. So yeah, that's where we're at. So okay, yeah, so for like the front end, bro.
It is Saturday, 30th of November, 3:42 p.m. And the past 3 days have been really good. I started filming this vlog on Wednesday. Today is currently Saturday, and I feel like compared to when I was starting off on Wednesday, I felt like I was only doing work stuff and I didn't have other areas of my life dialed in compared to now, which the difference is just night and day. Where I started off with the routine, setting that up and trying to fix up, my routine, which Thursday and Friday we followed it to a T. And going into next week, the only problem, however, is that I'm going back to school to do my clearance for like a week, and then after that I'm most likely going to leave Lagos for a bit also. So I'm not sure how that's going to hold up in terms of the routine, but at least I found something that has the potential to work, and I'll see how I can like stay committed to that routine in the next coming weeks. I'm not sure it will be very possible because I won't be at home, but then we'll see how that goes. And yeah, definitely going to be running with that next year also. I have a mentor of mine that just is in the area. I decided he'll be dropping by, so in a bit we'll be having a planning session. And I guess one of the things I just wanted to talk about is thinking about it now, just give an update on everything that is going on so far. So first of all, with work, the remote job program, we got one of the people with a remote job. I know I recorded it already, but it's still something that's super exciting to think that like we only sent like 5 emails in total, and then one of them helped her to land the job at a place. Her initial expected salary, she was expecting to earn like 1,500. That was like the goal that we're aiming for, and then she ended up getting a job that's like 3,250, which is just insane in the first place. But anyways, aside from that, that is going really well. I'm working with the second guy now this next week to kind of wrap things up. And also we have the interns coming in to the office. Not to the office, rather, like we're onboarding the new interns. So I'm having meetings with the 2 new interns that are working with me on the remote job program on Monday. I'll be in school on that Monday, so we'll see how things go. I'm really not looking forward to going back to school because chaos. I'm going to be making corrections to my projects, working up and down to try to finish things, but I'll try to film the whole thing too. So I need to like set up things there with the interns. I need to do my clearance at school. I need to still be working with the one guy to get the remote job. And there's just a bunch of things that will be happening next week, but we'll see how that goes. So that's the update on there. In terms of YouTube, I'm trying something new, right? So doing the in-depth vlog, just raw, natural stuff, and just, you know, chilling based off of the feedback that I got from the last video. The only thing I'm not sure of is if this is too long. I feel like this might be a bit too long. Let me know if you think this is too long or not. Went into the gym again. The reason why I wanted to go back to the gym was just to like break the streak of like not having gone for a very long time. I don't expect to still be consistent this year because, like I said, I'm not going to be at home any longer. My membership is there, so I just decided to pause my membership for December and then I'll start again. Just move it to January. That's what I decided to do. So that's what's going to happen, but hopefully next year we'll resume again and like I'm on it properly. Relationships with friends, people, I feel like it's nice having a friend over at the house. Like it gets a bit lonely sometimes just being here by myself, and I don't say fighting demons, but I'm not fighting demons in Jesus' name. But yeah, it gets a bit lonely at times, you know, but it's been nice. The next coming weeks are going to be quite interesting. I have another friend of mine coming over in like 2 weeks from now, Madiolu, so we'll see how that goes also. What else? In terms of learning, started up my Bible study again, been doing my prayer. I feel better than, you know, before. So hopefully I'm going to keep that streak going also. And yeah, that's basically an update on everything that's going on.
I just told you now we're having an event 21st.
Yeah.
I'm coming back from the hall. That's how I am. Yesterday's when I talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for the hall. I'm going to pay for the hall for the event. We're going to get 50 people inside that place. How am I going to? But see, you know, we have to be able to, and that's the thing about human beings. I think it's a very, let me show you something. I think it's a very, I call it exam effect. It's a very important thing that, as a young, yes, I think it's key. It's key that as human beings, we don't do what we should, we only do what we must. I'm telling you, that's what I feel. We don't do, this is my philosophy. I learned from it. As human beings, we don't do what we should, we only do what we must. Yeah. Our job is to convert all our shoulds to must. Once we can do this, we begin to expand
As from by changing your environment.
So what you do is, many times you're in control of the events. Let me give you an example now. Now I paid for a hall.
Yeah.
But after all the events, because I can't collect my money back.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to do this, I'll go and find something, because I'm in control of the entire process of the entire life thing.
Yeah.
I'll go and transfer it to something that I cannot control. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can be a person, it can be an event, it can be some. For example, in school, now I use an example that when you go to school, everybody first year, you say you read first week. Second week, you say you read. You not say my mental health. I didn't sleep. But then something happens, an exam happens, and then you are not in control of the timetable.
Yeah.
But whenever all the factors to me doing that thing is under my control, I will not do it.
Yeah.
My first job is to carry one of those factors and say, take it outside.
That's all. Okay, 1 minute first. Because this one is over cool.